Good morning, everybody. So today is Sunday, the day after Valentine's Day. So that would be February 15th. And today I am going to be making another slow cooker meal on Sunday. Sunday slow cooker day. And we are going to be doing some slow cooker cilantro-lime pork for some tacos that we're going to be having later today. Now, I have my slow cooker bag in, or my slow cooker liner in. I'm trying to find the box because I want to show you guys the box here. So these are about $4 at my local Walmart because most of the shopping that we have been doing is at Walmart. So you get these are about $4 and you get 8 liners in the pack. And I probably got about 1 left because, like I said, I do them every Sunday. So it has really been great. So everybody has suggested that I use these. Thank you, because they're easy cleanup. I just basically get everything out of here that I want, and then I just tie it up and throw it in the trash. It's really easy. Okay, so first we're going to add my pork. And this pork, I'm trying to tell you guys prices now so that you know exactly what I'm spending when we are making our meals. So this pork was about $7.11 at the store, and this is about 2 pounds. So this is a 2-pound pork roast. You want to add that. And I always rinse my meat. I don't know if that's just a St. Louis thing, if it's a black people thing. I don't know what it is, but my mom always did it, and I do it too. Because, you know, you never know. Okay. So to my slow cooker, I'm going to add 1 whole onion chopped. This is a medium onion. Okay. This is an entire bunch of cilantro. And this cilantro costs about 99 cents for a bunch, and this is an entire bunch. And then this is the zest of 1.5 limes, and then you can see my onion here. I'm just going to go ahead and add that. And then I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3 limes that we're going to squeeze the juice in. So you want to add all of that into your slow cooker. I'm not done adding. I'm just going to squeeze my limes. So next you want to squeeze in the lime juice of all 3 of those lime halves. And then you use your hand to catch any seeds. So you basically squeeze the lime over your hand. And if there are any seeds, you'll catch them between your fingers. All right, so we want to get those all oils in. Okay, this is my last lime half. So limes are about 25 cents each at the store. Okay, scrape the rest of that in. Now you can buy chicken broth, beef broth, whatever type of broth you want, vegetable broth to add to your slow cooker here. Now I have, they have ready-made chicken broth, and then they have powdered bouillon. So I'm going to be using some powdered bouillon, and I have about 2 cups of water here, and then I added about 2 tablespoons of bouillon to my water, and I'm just going to add that. Okay, so you're going to need a couple tablespoons of minced garlic. So minced garlic here, you can get your garlic minced already in the jar here for about $3, or you can buy whole garlic, which I also have, and these are about $3 as well for a pack of 3. And I don't know if I told you, the bouillon in the jar is about $3, and then you can get a pack of chicken broth, which we used yesterday. My husband used some yesterday, and this is about $2 at the store. So you have different options with that. Okay, so next you want to add some of your seasonings. So I'm going to add some black pepper, and these are rainbow peppercorns, and I get these from Trader Joe's. That's probably about a teaspoon. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of paprika. A dash, about an 1/8 teaspoon of red pepper flake, because you know we want to be able to sleep. Our stomachs are not the same as they used to be. And then we're going to add about a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to bathe this here with my little spoon. So you want to let this, cover this, and let this go all day. This will be fall apart tender, and then we're going to use this for some tacos, and then anything that we have left, because we will have leftovers, we're going to be using those leftovers to make a one-pot pasta, because I have lots of varieties of pasta on the shelf, because I use a little bit at a time, you know, because there's 2 people. So I have an assortment of pasta on my shelf, and so we're going to be using the leftovers to make a one-pot pasta. You see how we try to use everything that we have? Okay, so today, are we doing something today? My hubby is here too.
Rocks, but you see if it's raining or not.
You said what?
You saying if the chain of rocks?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be going live from the chain of rocks today. It's supposed to clear up. It was raining all yesterday, so we're gonna see how that goes. But if it does clear up today, we are going to be going to the chain of rocks, and we're gonna be shooting some videos. Even if it doesn't clear up, we're gonna be doing some videos. I got a video on the mother of chemotherapy, which was a black woman. I also have a video coming up on the Nicholas brothers. If you didn't know, I love dance, and they were like the masters of dance. Who do you have, babe?
Let me think. Oh, Wendell Scott, one of the first black stock car racers that actually won a major race. And what is the other one? I have to remember.
Yeah. But we got some good stories coming up for y'all. So don't forget to look out for those upcoming videos. Join us live, and we will see you guys out on the road. Okay, y'all. So now I'm going to bring you the story. This is Shoto Street here in St. Louis City, and we are turning on 14th Street. These are the Peabodys, and they're currently tearing these down. As you can see, they're boarded up. And then Peabody School was over here too, wasn't it?
Yes.
This is a community center.
School. Yeah. But they're rebuilding these
are the
Peabody
old
housing projects.
And then these are some of the new constructions on the other side, newer. And then is this Peabody School right here?
I think it is.
It is Peabody School if you went to Peabody.
My mother went here.
That's Peabody Elementary School. Okay, so I am bringing you guys today the story of Alice Walker and the Color Purple. Alice Walker is still alive, but I just had to bring out the story because the Color Purple was one of my favorite books growing up as a teen, because that's a pretty mature book, you know. But the Color Purple was written by Alice Walker. Now, she was born February 9th, 1944 in Eatonton, Georgia. Both of her parents were sharecroppers, and her mother occasionally worked as a seamstress. Alice was the youngest of 8 children, and when she was 8 years old, her brother accidentally shot her in the eye with a BB gun, and it caused her to become blind in her right eye. She developed a love for reading and attended Butler Baker High School in Georgia. And this was a historic black high school. There was the only black high school, and it was segregated. Now, the high school is no longer around. It was closed in about 2000. They close a lot of stuff down.
They sure do, especially
this is the city hospital. I was born here, as we given the story of Alice Walker. Now, she was the valedictorian of her class in high school, and she actually won a scholarship to Spelman, which is a historically black female college. Okay,
good school.
It's a great school. And in 1961, after being given a full scholarship, she stayed there for 2 years, and she left after receiving another scholarship. But she also left because 2 of her mentors that were teachers there, they transferred out, so she didn't want to be there no more, so she left. And she got another scholarship to Sarah Lawrence College in New York. She wrote a lot of poems during that time. Because she was going through a lot. She was having a lot of hardships, and she wrote a lot of poems, and those poems have been published. Okay. Now, she wrote The Color Purple, and it was released in 1982, and she became the first black woman to win a Pulitzer Prize. And that was for fiction in 1983. She won the National Book Award for fiction in 1983. And now the book was based on a mix of family history, personal spiritual transitions, and it was inspired by her grandparents. Now, I read that she said that her grandparents used to be, when they were younger, they were known to be mean, right? But she said she spent a year with them, like over the summer, like a lot of us end up doing. We used to do. I don't know if people still do that. But she spent the summer with her grandparents, and she was like, they were the nicest people that she had ever met. And she learned that you can transition from one part of your life to another. Yeah. And so her grandparents were known to be mean, but she knew them to be nice people.
Right. That's normally how it is.
Yeah. That's how, like, my grandparents weren't, like, known to be mean, but they transitioned. My grandmother found Jesus, went to church, you know, she settled.
You don't have so much, you know,
yes,
hormones.
Okay, now, she often discussed the book as a gift from her ancestors. She felt a spiritual obligation to tell the story of the uneducated, oppressed black woman, and the black woman in the rural South. And she felt that the voices of those women had been largely absent from literature, which I agree with her. Yeah. She grew inspired from Zora Neale Hurston because she admired how Hurston was able to portray black people as complete, complex, undiminished human beings. The first film adaptation of her absolute, my favorite version, was released in 1985. The Color Purple. Yeah. And it was nominated for 11 Academy Awards. And it didn't win one single one, which is amazing because that movie,
it's incredible.
Yeah, it starred Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah Winfrey, and it was made into a Broadway musical in 2005 and 2015. It won a Tony Award in 2005, and it won 2 in 2015. It won a Grammy and a Daytime Emmy. Now, this is one of my favorite books. Still is, but as a teen, I've read this book so many times. I checked it out from my high school library many occasions. Almost every year that I was in high school, I would check it out multiple times and read it completely from the front to the back every time I checked it out. Alice Walker has written many other books, over 30 to be exact. This one, however, spoke to me. It was the perfect book, in my opinion, and the movie made in 1985 was a favorite of mine and my 2 siblings. We spent so many hours watching and learning the lines of that iconic film. And then my grandmother loved the song from the film, God is Trying to Tell You Something. Okay, and we're going to give y'all a rendition of that next. But Alice Walker is still alive. She's 82 years old, and she is a literary icon. She currently resides in Northern California and is still actively writing, and she continues to publish poetry and essays and spiritual reflections. And she has an active blog called Alice Walker's Garden, and you can check that out. Now, we're going to sing a part of one of the iconic songs from the 1985 film, God is Trying to Tell You Something. I'm sure it was in other things, in like the plays and all of that. But we're going to do that coming up next. We're on Gravois now, by the way. Okay, so we're going to give y'all a rendition of Maybe God is Trying to Tell You Something, okay? Okay, ready?
Yep.
And 1, 2, 3. You cried all night long. Something has gone wrong. Maybe God is trying to tell you something. Well, you can't sleep at night.
Can't sleep at night.
And your soul is wondering why. Maybe God is trying to tell you something. Maybe
God is
He's trying
to tell you something.
Maybe
God is trying to tell you something.
All right, y'all. Okay, y'all. So our cilantro-lime pork roast, as you can see, has completely fallen apart, which is really good. That's what you want, because we're going to be making some tacos. So I made, so you see how easily that's falling apart there? Oh my gosh. And we already tried a little bit of it, but it's pretty good. Let me try another piece. You want to try some of that?
You know I want to try some of that.
Got some.
Oh.
That's delicious.
Cilantro, lime, tender.
It's perfectly seasoned too. It's like you ain't got to add nothing to it. But you see how easily that falls apart, right? So now we're going to get one of our plates here. Okay, and then we put on some flour tortillas, and I grill those.
Some flour or corn?
Corn, not flour, corn. Okay, and then we're going to take some of the shredded pork.
Get mine with a lot of fat in it.
I'm trying to see, I see a piece of fat down there. Is that enough meat on there?
Give me a little bit more of that fat.
I'm trying to ignore his comments because there's something wrong with him.
Ooh-wee.
Truly. Okay, so we gonna put that on there. All right, next. Okay, baby, want to put some slaw on there for you. This is some.
You want it on top of it, on the side?
This is your plate. Put some cilantro there. Okay.
Some of the slaw on top of
Some
that.
cilantro. Would you stop?
Stop what?
Ugh, those noises you making. Ugh. Ew. Okay, we're gonna put on some avocados. Put a couple slices of those on there. He's freaking hilarious, y'all. Okay, and then we got some rice. This rice don't look the best, but I didn't feel like making none homemade. This is that microwave rice.
It's all right.
It's gonna be what we need.
I'm gonna get that back out of there.
Yes, I'm putting my fingers in his food. Okay. Okay.
Is.
So this is what we were having for dinner. Did you want to try taco live, or what you think?
Let's do it.
Okay, this is his plate. He gonna try a taco. Look at that. What you think?
That's some chin. Got that little fat, avocado, cilantro, fresh.
It look good. And then you got some lime to twist on there. So this is what we were having for dinner tonight. Try this cilantro lime roast, pork roast for your tacos. This is delicious. Okay. All right. So we will see you guys in the next video. And good night, y'all.